Good evening. The U.S. Postal Service's announcement this week that some mail processing operations will remain in Sioux Falls is being met with skepticism from the Postal Union.
The president of the South Dakota Postal Workers Union says the announcement is mostly just window dressing and will not improve local mail delivery.
KELOLAND's Perry Groten joins us with reaction to the Postal Service's plan.
Well, Tom and Kelly, earlier this year, the U.S. Postal Service announced it would be shifting local mail processing operations to Omaha, Nebraska as part of a cost-saving plan. But now the Postal Service says some mail processing operations will remain in Sioux Falls and that the downtown facility will undergo nearly $13 million in upgrades. Local postal customers are encouraged by the decision, but the union representing South Dakota postal workers says much of our local mail will still find its way to Omaha. Lance Baker of Hartford is mailing model railroad parts to his nephew, impressed by the speed in which his mail is delivered.
The service as of late has been phenomenal with the USPS. I mail model railroad parts out, and the turnaround time across the nation has been fabulous.
Baker says keeping some mail processing operations in Sioux Falls is good news for customers like him.
But whatever they can leave in locally and keep the jobs local, we got to do it. So I'm saying leave it here.
But the president of the South Dakota Postal Workers Union says delivery times will slow down because any mail processed in Sioux Falls will still go to Omaha and back again.
You mail a letter from the station there 2 blocks down the road, that's going to get processed there locally, but it's going to go to Omaha to get sorted out to come back to Sioux Falls first.
The Postal Service says upgrades to the downtown post office will include a $1.25 million package sorter, plus electric vehicle charging stations and renovated bathrooms and break rooms. But West says those improvements have been long overdue.
The people of Sioux Falls will hear that and they'll say, oh, well, everything's going to be fine. No, it's not. It's going to delay your mail.
The Postal Service says the decision to leave processing operations in Sioux Falls is part of an overall national strategy to save $3 billion a year. Now, the plan to keep mail processing in Sioux Falls is now under review by the Postal Regulatory Commission, an independent agency that oversees the postal regulations and rates.
Thank you, Perry. Well, South Dakota has seen a lot of changes to its USPS processing centers since 2012. In February of this year, the Postal Service finalized a decision to downgrade its Huron facility to a local processing center, moving all non-local processing to Fargo, North Dakota.